Hey guys, so today we are going to learn advanced array methods by building a statistics calculator. So we will use the methods such as map, reduce, and filter in this. In this statistics calculator project, we will get experience with handling user input, DOM manipulation, and method training. Okay, so let's start it. So what this is a preview of what we are going to build. The median is 2. So this is what we need to do. That we will enter the numbers with a comma in between, and after clicking on calculate, it will give us mean of the numbers, median of the numbers, mode range, and variance, standard deviation. So let's start coding. Okay. So step 1 is statistics is a way of using math to make sense of data. It helps us understand patterns and trends in information, so we can make predictions and decisions based on that information. In this challenge, we will build a statistics calculator that takes a set of numbers, okay, and return the mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and variance, okay. So the HTML CSS, is already provided, okay. So you may notice that the calculate function is called when the form is submitted. This is okay. So now we are ready. So let's declare a calculate variable, okay. We are going to make a variable calculate, and we need to assign it an empty function in the scripture as well. Okay, so let's assign it an empty function. Empty function assign the first keyword here. Okay, so we'll go to the next step. So what we need to do in this challenge, so we need to start the calculate function. Okay. So we need to find the number that was entered in hash numbers input field. So to do this, to locate that, we use query selector, and we need to store it in the variable. So it will be like this. Document grab number. So this is hash numbers. Then we need to find whether it's value. Okay. So something like this. Some oh sorry, it's numbers. So let's go to step 3 now. So we are going to array variable, and let's put the value what we are going to use is split, and this the thing is regex. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. Here step number 4, the value of the input element is always a string, even if the input type is number. So we need to convert this string to a number. So we need to convert this array string to an array of numbers. So to do this, we can use the map method. Okay, so I need to create a number variable. That's create a numbers variable, and I am going to assign it array dot map. Okay, and it creates a new array instead of mutating the original array. So we'll get a new array. So what's the step 5? The dot map method takes the callback function as its argument. This is the callback function. This callback function takes a few arguments, but the first one is the correct element being processed. The callback function needs to return a value. In this case, we want to return the value of each element converted to number because we are having strings. So we can do this by using the number constructor. Okay. So passing the element as an argument. So after this, I add a callback. So I'm going to add a callback. So let's name it limit. This is the callback. Okay, so now I will convert each number. So I have converted each number to number using this constructor. Okay, so our step 6 is a user could put any text they want to input box. You can enter anything. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are only working with numbers. So the number constructor will return 9, which stands for not a number. If the value passed, it can't be converted. Need to filter these value out. Okay, so arrays have a method specifically for this. So this is filter method. It will allow us to filter elements out of an array, creating a new array in the process. So we need to declare a new variable. Filter and I'm going to filter my variable. This is how I'm going to select this. Let's go ahead. So like map method, filter method takes a callback function. Okay, the callback function takes the current element as its first argument. Same thing like map. So the callback function is return a boolean value which indicates whether element should be included in the new array or not. So in this case, we want to return true if the element is not true. Okay. So however, we can't check the equality here because n is not equal to itself. So we can use isNames method which returns true if the argument is nil. So let's add a callback here like this one. You know, method chain. Okay, so for this we are going to remove this and chain our filter to call to our map. Okay. We are not going to remove any filter right now. So what we have to dot filter. And let's add it to this. Let's go ahead. So the first step number 9, that is as far as we can get with the calculate function for now. So now, or this is the time to write our mean logic. So you can find the mean. So we need to create an empty function called get mean, which should take a single parameter. Create a function get mean with array. Okay, let's go ahead. The step number 10, the mean is the average of the value of all the numbers in a list. Means uh, the sum of all the numbers divided by the count of those numbers. Okay. So the first step is calculating the mean is to take the sum of all the numbers in the list. Okay, and array have another method called reduce, which is perfect for this situation. The reduce method takes an array and applies a callback function to condense the array into a single value. So let's declare some variable. So variable, and we are going to set the value of reduce. So what is reduce going to do is it takes an array of numbers, and it will apply callback function. It will condense the array into a single value. Let's go ahead. What is our step number 11 is we are going to write this reduce. So like other method, reduce takes a callback. Okay, so this callback however takes at least two parameters. The first is the accumulator and the second is the current element in the array. Okay, the return value for the callback becomes the value of the accumulator on the next iteration. Okay, so for our sum variable, we need to pass a callback to reduce. That takes the accumulator and current element as parameter. Okay, so the callback should return the sum of the accumulator and the current element. So we are going to provide our argument, which is accumulator and our current element. And what it should return is the sum of this element. This is what we will do. We will provide our value and so let's go to a step number 12. Okay, so the reduce method takes a second argument that is used as the initial value of the accumulator. Okay, so without the second argument, the reduce method uses the first element of the array as the accumulator, which can lead to unexpected results. So to be safe, it's best to set an initial value. So here's an example of setting it. Okay. So we need to set the initial value of accumulator to 0. Okay. Otherwise, we don't know from where it will start. So the next step in calculating the mean is to divide the sum of numbers by the count of numbers. So I'm going to declare a mean variable. Let's declare our mean variable. And we are going to assign it the value of sum. Okay, and will be divided by the length of our array. And that's it. This is how we are going to find our mean. Okay, so try it. Calculate. Oh, wait. Okay, got calculate. So finally, we need to return the value of mean. Right now, we haven't worked on calculate. So what we could do it. Let's just comment it out. Okay, so what we are going to do here is simply write return and divide it back by it back. Start. Okay, we need to remove question element. Should use implicit return setting to return the result of reduce. like implicit method. So we are going to remove this. That's what for data is reduced to this level. So this is how we will get our main. Let's go to step 16. Now we need to use your new get main function in your calculate function. And so let's declare a new variable. So now when we will enter the calculate, then we'll get the okay. Let's go ahead. So to display the value of main or to display our main, so we are going to use the so what the document dot query selector, then is and will assign value to our variable display. Okay. So let's go to our next step, which is step number 18. Okay, so if we test our own form with a list of number, now we should see the mean. Okay. So however, this only works because FreeCodeCamp's iframe has special setting. Normally, when a form is submitted, the event triggers a page difference. So let's try it. So you can see we got the mean here. Okay, so to resolve this, add return false after you calculate calling the on submitted. So let's add the return false submit attribute so that our page don't refresh. Let's go to step 19. Time to start working on the median. So main is done, now median. So the median is the midpoint of the set of numbers. Okay, so begin with an empty function called get median. So create class. So our function is get median. Okay, and we are going to give it parameter array. Let's go ahead. Step 20. What is our step 20? The first step, okay, so first step in calculating the median is to ensure the list of numbers is sorted from the list least to greatest to. So we are going to use the sort method. So let's declare a variable sorted, and we are going to convert. Okay, let's go to step 21. So by default, the sort method converts the elements of an array into strings. Okay. And then sort them alphabetically. This works well for strings, but not so well for numbers. For example, 10 comes before 2 when sorted as strings, but 2 comes before 10 when sorted as numbers. So what we are going to fix this, we can pass the callback function. I mean, dot sort work in strings, not in numbers. So we need to do some additional steps. Okay. So this function takes two arguments which represent the two elements. We can use a and b there. Okay, so the function should return a value less than 0 if the first element should come before the second element, a value greater than 0. The element should come after the second element, and the 0 if the two elements should remain in the current position. So to sort from smallest to largest, let's pass a callback function. So which will take the argument a comma b, and it will return what shifting b from a. This is how we will do it. Our next step is In the next few steps, we will learn how to determine if an array's length is even or odd. I mean, if the length is odd, like suppose this, and then 5, then it is easy, then we can find 3 directly. But whatever it is even, then you need to think, then it will tell what methods we are going to use. So as well as how to find the median, we will then be able to apply what we learned to the get median function. To check if a number is even or odd, we can use the modulus operator. Okay, so the modulus operator returns the remainder of the division of two numbers. There is an example checking if an array length is even or odd. So if it is divided by 2, then even, if not, then it is odd. So, so let's create a variable is even. So let's create a variable is even. Okay, so then we are going to use what text we have created array 1. If array 1, the length of this is divided by 2, equal to 0. Okay, log out is even. Okay, so let's so is even. So we should check if the length of test array 2 is even. Oh, sorry, it's array 2. Array. So let's check our console. Console output is true. So the this is true. 1, 2. So this is even. That's why we got output as true. Okay, so let's go ahead. I think now we are going to check for odd. To get the median, also similarly, we will check for odd. Okay. To get the median of an array with odd numbers of elements, we will need to find and return the middle number. Okay, so here is how to find the middle number of an array with an odd number of elements. This is what we are going to do. Dot float and length. So here is longer expression. Middle number of arrays. Middle number of an array with 5 elements. Okay, so dot float. As simple as that. So what will happen is 5 divided by 2, but it will be 2.5. When we will do the floor, then what we will get is floor value of 2.5 is 2. Okay, so what we will get is 0, 1, 2. What is in second index? It is 3. So our middle number is 3. So the reason why we use math floor is because the result of dividing the odd number by 2 will be decimal, and math dot floor will round down to the nearest whole. It round down and C will round up. Okay, so declare an odd list median variable. Variable and assign a threshold of finding the middle number of test L. That's great. Okay, so let's test L1. Okay, so it will be like what? Math floor test net. Okay, then I need to console that. This. Okay, so let's check. Oh, it divided by 2. You should assign the result of finding the middle number of the test L1. Yes. My variable name is odd list. Okay. What is the median? Sorry. How we will do it is, so now let's check our console, and we got 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead. Step 24. So to find the median of even list of numbers, we need to find the two middle numbers and calculate the mean of those numbers. Here is how to find the two middle numbers of an even list of items. So till simply n by 2 and n by 2 minus 1. It means n is length of the L. Okay. It will give the first middle number, it will give the second middle number, and to find the median, we can use the getMean function, which adds the middle numbers and will divide it by the sum of 2 by divides that sum by 2 because there are only two numbers. Okay, so this is how what we are going to do. This is code we are going to reuse our getMean function. So let's create a variable e1 list median. Okay, and we are going to assign it the result of our median of test and 2. Okay, this one. Okay, so how it will be like, so tested 1, then tested 1 length divided by 2. Mm, let me any function. Wait. Can't do it like this. I'm having only one. Okay, so what we can do is we need test and 2, right? Um, so I think we are going to use this getMean function. The first thing we are going to assign it as okay, and again this length divided by 2, and next will be wait. Next will be this. Will be simple with a minus sign. So here we will do minus 1. Okay. Yes. So let's try it. Okay, so we need to console log that. So event is median. So this is how we do it. So what we got is 3.5. This is our median, okay, for even numbers. Let's go ahead with step number 25. Okay, so now that we have a better understanding of how to find the median for odd and even list of numbers, we can remove all our test code. So let's remove it. Go ahead. The step number 26. So now it's time to apply what we have learned to get median function. So inside our get median function, if the length of array is even. So if it is, find the middle of two numbers, calculate the mean and return the result. Okay, if the length is odd, return the middle number simply. So make sure to work with the sort array function to get the middle numbers. Also, if we have, okay, so we can check the previous method. Okay, so if array length is means it is even. So then what we will do is we will find the middle two numbers. Okay. So what we are going to do is we return the middle number. So what we will do is we are going to use get middle. I think no, I can use it. Onions. Okay. So what we will do is so this is my array. Then length divided by 2 Write the array. So next what we need to do is inside the array dot for each callback function, check if the current element is inside the counts object. The element can be found, increment the value count. Okay, so simple. Okay, so what we are going to check is current element is inside the count. So how we are going to check it? Count and if only counts is having value. Okay. If it is having, then what we will do is counts element will be measured by remove its value by 1. Okay. And otherwise it happens counts element, it will be first element counts and then change it to counts. Simple as it is. So now we are going to do it. Okay, so for next, let's go to step 34, which is now that we have a better understanding of how the get mode function works, so we can remove the console log of this from the get function. Okay, so let's go. So step 35, returning the counts variable was only for testing purpose. Now that we have done, so let's remove it to so there are a few edge cases to account for when calculating mode of data. First, if every value appears the same number of times, there is no mode. To calculate this, we will use a set. Okay, so a set is a data structure that allows only unique numbers. Okay, so if our array, if we pass an array into the set constructor, it will remove any duplicate values. So let's start by creating an if statement. So let's make this if statement. What we need to do is if, so we will create a set with the new set and pass with the object values of our counts. Okay, so let's create a set object values of our counts object. Okay, and its size is equal to 1 and equal to 1, right? Okay, so our next step 37 is now we need to find the value that occurs with the highest frequency. We will use the object.keys method for this. Start by declaring it. Okay, object.keys method. We'll need to find the value of that highest. Okay. So start by declaring a variable highest. So let's declare it a variable highest. And assign the value of the counts object. Okay. Let's go ahead to step 38. So now we need to sort the values properly. Change the okay dot set method to our object dot keys call. For the callback, we will need to use the counts objects, compare the values of each other. So we can use the a and b parameters to access the keys. So then return the value of count b minus the value of count a. So because now we need to do it in decreasing order. So finally access the first element in the array using bracket notation to complete our highest variable to complete our highest. So now we need to sort the values properly. Change the dot sort method to fruit, salt, and here we are going to use the variables a comma b. Okay. And then to access the keys and then return. We are going to return is pounds of b minus pounds a. Okay. Right. Values of the first entry. This is what I did, right? So finally access the first element. Okay, so where I sorted it and then first element. So now I will have the highest element. So step 39 is if multiple numbers in a series occur at the same highest frequency, they are all considered the mode. The number that occurs most often at single number is the mode. Actually, we can handle both of these variables dot filter. So start by declaring a mod variable. So let's declare our next variable is mod and define it the variable actual keys. Oops. Go ahead, step 40. So now change the filter method. So let's filter it out. And the callback function we are going to be should return whether the value of count is equal to count's highest or not. Okay. Now we are going to do it. Now our step 41 is time to return our mod variable. So return it. Mod is an array, so returns it as a string with the dot join method. Separate the comments. Okay, so we are going to it's with a comma and space. So this is how we will do it. So now step 42 is add your get mode function to the calculate logic. Okay, so let's set it to the const get mode it will be like get mode of numbers. Okay, so similar thing we will do. And here it will go mode and it will be let's go to step 43. So our next calculation is the range. So which is the difference between the largest and smallest numbers in the list. So we previously learned about the global math object, right? Math has a dot mean method, get the smallest and dot max to get the largest number, right? So this is spread operator. Okay, it will take all the numbers of an array, complete array, and then expected out of this one. Yeah. So let's declare a get range function. Yeah. Range. And then represent the array. Using my domain, and the spread operator return the difference between the largest and smallest numbers. So we return it. Now for array minus so this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, go ahead. So step 44, add the logic for the calculator. Which will be very different. Create change equal to the change I guess because we have not numbers and let's print it out. Here it will be range and range. The next thing is variance. Okay, so the variance of a series represent how much the data deviates from the mean. Okay, so and can be used to determine how spread out the data is. So the variance is calculated in few steps. Start by declaring the get variance function. Let's give it array and within the function declare a mean variable and assign it the value of get mean function. And first array is an argument. Okay. So what will be our next step is the next step is to calculate how far each element is from the mean. Declare a differences variable. Differences variable and assign the value array. For the callback, we need to return the value of L minus mean. So let's run it. Okay. For element, how each element deviates from the mean. So the next step is to square each of the differences. To square a value, we can use the star operator. Just like power, it will be power 2. So it will be 3 times 3, which is 9. So declare a square differences variable. So let's declare it as this variable and we assign it the value of differences in this mistake dot map, and for the callback we return the value of L squared. Right? So this is how we're going to do it. Square. Oh, sorry, it's square difference. Okay, let's go ahead. So our next step is step 48. So next we need to take the sum of the square differences. Okay, so let's declare another variable sum square differences and assign it value of square differences and we did this something before. You remember? So using accumulator and then we were adding these and we was initializing the value from 0. So it can give any unexpected result. Okay, so it will be like this. Cool. Return the sum of these. Okay, so this is how we will do it. Now with to.map calls and a .reduce call, we are creating extra arrays and iterating more times than needed. So we should move all of the logic into the .reduce call to save time, and memory. So let's say differences, square differences, variable, okay, and declare or variable variance. So for variance, okay, and assign it the value of array dot reduce. And we will give it this standard will be equal to this. Okay, but leave the function body empty for now. Don't forget to set the initial values. Okay, so what we need at the moment, differences, square differences, and some square differences. Right. I need to set the function body empty. Let's go ahead. Step 15. What we need to do is within our empty dot reduce callback, declare a variable difference. Okay, so declare a variable difference and set to the value. What we did earlier. And then declare squared value. This will do first. It will be squared and set its value to difference to and then return the value return the value accumulated cost. Yeah. Let's go ahead. So the final step in calculating variance is to divide the sum of square differences by the count of numbers. Divide or reduce or reduce. Okay. And then return variance. Okay. Return variance. Let's go ahead. So now we are going to post variance. Variance. Numbers like this. We will add it here. Variance. Let's find standard deviation quickly. So I will just for the standard, which is the square root of the variance. So let's declare our function. And select array parameters and declare a variance variable. And assign it the variance of array. Just put variance, I guess. So let's go ahead. Step 54. Is it? Calculate the root exponents such as root of x. You can use an inverted exponent, which is x to the power 1 by f, which JavaScript has a built-in method of power function that can be used to calculate exponent. So here is the pre-calculated. So we will use this an exponent and an example of how to calculate the ratio. So this is for exponent is 0.5. So it will return 2, right? So declare a standard deviation variable. Declare it variation, and I'm going to use this function and assign it the value of variance 1 by 2, variance to the power 1 by 2. So what will be my base? Variance, and the power is 0.5. Some problems are standard deviation equal to, and that's it. Okay, this is the exponent. Thing here is in power, which is 1 by 2, this is 0.5, and base is variance. So let's go ahead. Just going to finish. A math object has a dot square root method specifically for finding the square root of a number. So change a standard deviation variable to use this method instead of number. You can use both. So what we are going to do is variance, right? This is sorry, like this math where okay. What we needed to do is variance to the power 1 by 2. That's why we are using it. But if there will be not 1 by 2, then we have to use that method. What method? Because we return the standard deviation. So I think now we need to edit, then we will check this thing. Okay, so it will work. So let's edit here. What was the name? Standard deviation. I think we need to check it. Yes, we can edit this deviation. And that was get standard deviation. Standard deviation. Okay, so here what we'll do is simply use standard deviation. Let's check it. Standard deviation of number, what I'm doing. It is standard deviation of number. Get a standard deviation and of numbers. That's it. 98% complete. What is the next step? So in step 58, there is one last thing to fix. The dot sort method mutates the array. It's called dot. It is generally bad practice to give it a function parameter which array is. To fix this, hit an empty dot slice called before your dot sort method to empty dot slice. Okay. So let's do it. So we are going to hit slice. Okay. So it is completed. So let's enter our number here. Will now give us all the values. Division will be too much, I guess. So this is the thing. We got the mean, we got a median, we got a mod. There is no mod. So it's 1, 1. Now we got our mod. Right. So those how we will do it. So we can 100% do it. That's it. Bye bye.